Our top story, a former Norwalk official who's on house arrest while facing a murder charge will not get to visit her elderly parents next week for the holiday. Today, a judge denied that request from Ellen Wink, but said trips to see them can be reconsidered. News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter reports.
This was Ellen Wink's first court hearing since bonding out 2.5 months ago when the judge granted her release with strict conditions. This time, things didn't go her way.
Line 11 on the pretrial docket.
Ellen Wink stood beside her attorney in court without handcuffs for the first time in this case. Wink was arrested January 20th for the murder of her tenant Kurt Lametta. She remains locked up until September 2nd, when Judge Gary White allowed Wink to post 10% of her $2.5 million bond in cash and put her on house arrest. The only exceptions, medical appointments, legal hearings, and religious services. Today, she asked for one more exception, to visit her parents in Connecticut for Thanksgiving.
The state objected all along with the idea of Ms. Wink even making bond, considering the allegations and the strength of the state's case. The idea that we would now allow her to go visit people is, in the state's view, incredibly dangerous and in complete opposition to what Judge White originally intended when he set very strict conditions on her release.
Judge Robert Golger was on the bench and denied Wink's request, but left the door open.
He denied it without prejudice. We're going to proceed by way of motion. We don't consider her to be a danger, and she just wants to see her elderly parents. They're in her 90s.
Wink is accused of shooting the victim 5 times inside the home on Nelson Avenue. The two had a contentious relationship after Lametta allegedly stopped paying rent and refused to move out. Their deadly encounter was apparently captured on video. The state says Lametta was recording on his phone at the time.
I think the case has been misunderstood from the very beginning. There are aspects of the case that are not currently in evidence, and there's a self-defense aspect to it that really involves taking into consideration what's going on in the defendant's mind. I don't think that the video tells the whole story. I think we'll come to find that out very shortly.
Both sides return to court January 18th. Attorney Seeger says that's when we may know whether this case will go to trial or end in a plea agreement. In Stamford, Marissa Alter, News 12, Connecticut.